Trump's been hung for treason. He's hung. He's hung for treason. Here's the picture. But then he said, no, he's not. He's like, yes, he is. And then Joy Reid's like having a big old thing. Why wasn't he hung for treason? Why wasn't he really hung? How many grandchildren does Hunter Biden have or Joe Biden have? Is it 6 or 7 or is it a dog and the dog bites people? And that becomes the narrative. Darling, that's all a distraction. That's a smokescreen. That's a chemtrail for what's really, really, really going on. You're going to have to talk to Bob and in the afterglow. That's what we're going to – Bob, from here on, there's no more tailgate. It's now afterglow. If they're smart enough to engage you, they're going to engage the conversation for what you know, because you know what Mae Brussel meant. You know what Joe Dunn Sloan was trying to do. You know what Vicky and Avaton were trying to say. So It goes back to the chart. If you can't, we'll figure that out. If you don't get the big note, don't worry about the tiny note. Y'all, don't worry about it.
Okay, Bob's in the Trump is Bob in the White House.
No,
that's right.
So
that's true.
basically what you're saying is
No. The grand wazoo of the decade dance. That's what you're experiencing right now. The grand wazoo decade dance. It's like over, under. It's a foxtrot, Ginney. This is a foxtrot. Everybody swings 1924. 1924. It's a foxtrot. That's what you got to work out. You've got to figure out the difference between a waltz and a foxtrot. This is a quick step. Look it up. GQ knows it. He has enough of penis to know what a foxtrot is.
How can Trump lose anything, Ginney? He's the only world leader that we know of any consequence that's on his products.
He's the one that gets on his own media channel and says, I'm never going to be put in jail. I'm never going to be convicted of anything. And if I am convicted, I'm going to build a penthouse, and I'm going to run the United States of fucked up America from federal prison in my penthouse, just like I did from Trump Tower. Ballsy. Darling, how ballsy do you have to be to make that kind of a statement? And meanwhile, everybody in the false world of the judiciary and the legislative branch and the executive branch, they can't even control their own bowel movement. They can't even control anything. So soft. So your words are sound. We're not mad about that. We're saying soften that just a little bit and say, this is coming from the world of Sid and Marty Krofft. And we're supposed to take that as gospel. Right? Do you remember Sid and Marty Krofft?
The Krofft brothers, they were a Hollywood guy.
I know, but it's impinging on my world, and I want it to change.
Turn off your TV.
No.
But wait, hold on just a second, Ion.
She's talking about
the problem's not my TV. The problem is everybody else's TV that's actually being influenced.
No. Jason Aldean made it clear. The woke have now gone to sleep. Because he's like, not in my small town. Try that in my small town. See, this is the rub. Nobody's acknowledging New York City anymore. Now, you're talking about your bottom line. We understand that. We get that. Don't worry about that. You follow linear capacity. You'll have a larger position. Linear capacity to a larger position. No problem. Use the what is it? The magic eye. When you're looking at the little dots and all of a sudden you relax your eyes, you can see the steamship or the ship or the boat or the guillotine or whatever you're trying to see in the picture. Relax. You'll see it. Don't get excited about it. Just follow your potential bliss. Get your nails did. Your nails are beautiful. Oh, by the way, your nails are beautiful, by the way. Did you know that?
Thank you, Ion.
They're good. No, Doc. Honey, you can scratch our back anytime you want to. Woo! We'll pay for them damn things. You dig in there deep. Yeah, shit. You got that.
Trump's on the products, Ginney. Trump's on the products.
Yeah, GQ, you better take care of that home squeezing, because we will. Don't you think we will? That's some fine fingernails. Let me tell you what, when you get right in the deep of it, that's what we're talking about. The ephemeral versus the potential capacity for the world order to be absolved, because that's what's melting away. Okay, now we will say this, Ginney, because you've been faithful. Obedience is better than sacrifice. You pushed a little bit, but not near what you could have pushed. All right, so we're not mad about that. You're strident. Poor Mr. Parsons. Sidebar. But anyway, set that aside. Your ability to see beyond reality. Things are a certain way. Ginney, we need to have a meeting. Ginney, sales are up, sales are down, sales are over, everything around us doing stuff. You go past all that. You just adjust accordingly. You see beyond that. Okay? You see beyond the board meeting. And that's beautiful, because it's allowed you to stay above it, a little bit above it. Now, you're asking right questions. We're not saying that. We're perfect. You're trying to with no malfeasance, adjust to a potential reality that may or may not have any effect on you. That's what Bob's trying to say. You're better off than you thought you were. Well, you're better off than they say you are. That's the way to say it. Okay, now ask another question. In the dyad.
Okay.
How did Othello end? That's your question.
Well, in my dream world, I see the way things are going, but it's not showing up out here.
Sure. No, it is. It most certainly is. Certainly is. You have the hard hats against the yippies. You have the atom bomb, which is fixing in about 9 seconds, against chemicals. The Atlanteans against Tokyo. The dyad. You're seeing the universal government trying to take over, and they're not doing very well. So that goes into the tetrad, which goes into Hamlet, into some tragedy, and then you go into the mythic government, so that you got the hackers against the yuppies, and the Lemurians against Los Angeles, and the laser beam against the computer. See, they're diametrically counterpart calculated in this present realm of reality. And Bob's thing lays it out in the pentad of exactly of what Henry V was about. Now, you have the satellite against the flesh. You have the guppies against the slackers. You got the 2214 across from Dobbstown. So, Ginney, what you're saying, if you really took the energy to look at the tiny note, now we are more about the big note, God damn it. They haven't fixed that yet. We're pissed about that. We are we have a bit of acrimony against that because it's not finished yet. But if you looked at the tiny note, you can understand everything that's going on right here, right now. And you don't need Mary Louise Croker to tell you how to fuck in her pornographic venues of dichotomy. You wouldn't have to learn that to know what the experience of ecstasy is. But here's what we got to say, honey. If you don't have a little agony, you'll never know what ecstasy is. And if you don't have enough ecstasy, you'll never experience agony. You won't know what it feels like. That rub. Ask GQ. GQ can tell it. Every great erection begins with some contrast. Otherwise, you'll never achieve or sustain a great erection. Just saying.
Okay. All right.
That's homeopathic satellites. No, No, stop. That's homeopathic satellite squares. You have to be able to embrace both. The Croker quadrant, not Mary Louise, but the Croker quadrant. You'll never know it unless you can embrace it. After that, separate everything. Clear the palate. Have a 9-course meal, Ginney, and have something that comes in, have a sorbet to cleanse a Meyer lemon sorbet to cleanse the palate so you can enjoy the next taste that's coming. Don't get stuck in the aperitif that's fleeting. It's going to go away. Embrace it completely. And we're saying big words on purpose because you live in that world. You get it. And make GQ buy you a new cocktail ring, honey. You need one, a big one. I mean, a pretty one. God damn it. Fuck. We'll send you some suggestions if you need to. We don't worry about that. And your garden is fabulous, by the way.